Hi, I'm Andy. I'm from the movie Pain Train, and we're going to see a wonderful movie tonight. It's been a long hiatus. We haven't done one of these in a while. Anyway, my name is Andy again.
I'm Jeff.
In
case you forgot.
In case you forgot from like 2 seconds ago. The horrible movie we're going to see, I sent out the wonderful email.
Yeah.
The Ridiculous Six.
Yeah, so racially insensitive Adam Sandler film.
Yes. So
what could go right?
From what I have heard, their Native American advisors that were on set actually walked off set midway through production because they were so racially insensitive.
You think that wouldn't have gotten past the hiring process? Like, you're working with Adam Sandler here, so, grain of salt, people.
Well, you are working with Adam Sandler, which means you would get a lot of money from the film. From the overinflated budget that he already makes it for his friends.
I don't like Adam Sandler movies. They haven't been good since the early 90s.
That is very true. Very true.
Plus, they haven't changed much,
I would say recently he has gone away from making funny voices. But he still has stupid characters.
The best metaphor I think of is he's like a Hostess cupcake. After 8 years, he thinks he's still good, but he's not really. And now he's all excited because without the funny voice, it's like a trans fat free Hostess cupcake. So it's an Adam Sandler movie.
So what are you expecting out of this wonderful film? Considering his last film was Pixels.
I hadn't seen that one. I expect I'll be groaning a lot and rolling my eyes and then regretting the use of 2 hours. Yeah.
Hey, at least it doesn't cost you anything.
No.
There's
going to be a piece of my soul stripped away.
Yeah, it will cost part of your soul, yes.
Yeah, those go back, right?
Well, depends. Do you eat them?
Not routinely.
Oh, okay.
All right.
We should probably bring on our second victim onto the movie Pain Train. A newest victim, Jackie Christensen.
Hello.
Hi. What are you expecting for this wonderful film?
I am expecting exactly what the trailer promised, which is BS and a little bit, some racism sprinkled with a little bit of misogyny, I'm thinking.
Oh, just a little bit of misogyny?
We're hopeful. We're hopeful.
From Adam Sandler, you're just only expecting a little bit of misogyny.
I mean, a little bit.
Oh, a little bit.
Yeah,
okay. Yeah. So this is your first time on the movie Pain Train. I'm sorry.
It is. I'm sorry, too.
Hopefully you'll be back for more. So, yeah. Nathan, we'll probably jump you on real quick here, and then we'll go and start the pain even quicker.
Sorry, I was playing Pocket Mortys.
Well, that's probably going to be... You can't play Pocket Morty throughout the movie.
Bet you $1 I can. Yes.
No, you can't play Pocket Morty through the movie. That's part of the Pain Train. My living room is just like a theater. You cannot have electronic devices on.
Arguably, in this case.
Yeah. I noticed a pattern, by the way, with like the last however many Pain Trains, is I keep coming on and I keep saying, I'm hopeful about this one.
Yeah.
I'm not hopeful about this one.
Yeah, there is no hope in this one.
Terry Crews.
Terry Crews is... What?
Terry Crews.
He's in this?
That's what I've heard. I found that out like a couple days ago, and I'm like, you know what? All of a sudden, I'm slightly less terrified. It's still going to be terrible, but at least it'll have 30 seconds of Terry Crews somewhere.
That's potential.
Terry Crews, if you're watching, you're the best.
We love you.
Yeah, I made the thing with my wife where we got to pick somebody we could cheat on him with, and I picked you. But no homo.
I don't have a wife, but I would pick him anyway.
I would pick Terry Crews. He's amazing. I would unironically vote for President Camacho in a heartbeat.
Yep. All right.
This movie's going to be terrible. I'm going to go play Pocket Mortys.
No, you can't play Pocket Mortys.
What's this now?
You're that orphan raised by Indians.
I'm fixing to rob the bank here in town.
What are you?
His name is White Knife.
That's right.
I swear a man can't ride 5 miles in this territory without running into outlaws and Indians. Apparently, there's some new gang out there robbing everybody blind.
Half the lawmen in the West are already looking for us.
You know which way them there ridiculous six rode off to?
This is gonna be so much fun.
Now.
If Frank Stockburn is your father, raise your hand.
Oh, dang.
Let's saddle up. Burning daylight.
Who are you people? We are the Stockburn brothers.
Don't forget about numero seis.
How would you men like to participate in the birth of something extraordinary?
You brothers ready to go save Dad?
Daddy!
Works better if you have knives. I'm ready.
I'm hungry. I'm drunk. I'm low Pete.
It's your day.
Well, we're unstoppable then.
Oh, I like that. I can't wait. People gonna lose that shit.
Hello and welcome back, and fuck you. Is that enough?
Yeah.
Can I leave now?
If he wouldn't let us leave during the movie, he's not going to let us leave now.
That's the
No.
new worst film we've watched.
Absolutely.
Also, two bits of trivia. This is the second movie we've watched that had Nick Nolte inexplicably in it. He was the giant rock monster that built Noah's Ark. Remember the giant rock monsters who built Noah's Ark? I sure as fuck don't, but I do now that I've seen that movie and it had Nick Nolte. Also, fun trivia. This is going to be the first time I've ever said this sentence in my life. Might be the first time humanity has ever said this sentence. The best part about that movie was Vanilla Ice.
Yeah.
Ghetto Mark Twain was he was a thing.
It was so steeped in delicious, like, irony as he sits there like, wait a minute, is Vanilla Ice being a terrible white rapper again?
Yeah,
Yeah, he was.
Mark Twain was.
He was a legit. He was legit. That was the best part of this whole movie by a long shot.
And not ironically, I
No.
legitimately enjoyed everything they chose to do with the Mark Twain character, and I legitimately enjoyed Vanilla Ice's performance as that character.
I would be okay with a second Pain Train of a sequel of that with just Mark Twain Vanilla Ice. That would be okay.
I would watch that. I would listen, Hollywood.
You're watching this.
Bring back Robert Van Winkle.
I don't think I've been so impressed with the fact that the best character we had up until that point of the movie, which was what, like an hour and 20 minutes in?
Thereabouts,
Something
yeah.
like that. The best character we had before that was a goddamn donkey.
And that was the donkey diarrhea scene was
Burrow.
the second best part.
Burrow.
Burrow, whatever.
The Burrow was the star of many good gags. Surprisingly few bestiality jokes about the Burrow.
Not about the Burrow, no.
Well, I mean, there are a few. You know, he blew Taylor Lautner. That was a thing.
That's one of the better things Taylor Lautner's been blown by in movies, to be totally honest.
Is there a list of things that he's been blown by?
Well, I mean, I guess Twilight's he's not quite blown by the baby, but he wants to be blown by the
He
baby.
was in
So I mean,
Twilight?
he was. He was the werewolf.
I don't know. I'm not.
You're not missing anything.
I'm not a menopausal woman.
What team is that?
That's team. Yeah. Oh, he's the werewolf.
Yeah.
He's the one who says, "I'm gonna magically stop aging so I can fuck that baby."
Yep, that's him.
I hadn't heard that before, and now I'm not okay with it.
Might not be a direct quote, but it is a direct plot point.
That's
He magically stops aging so he can fuck a baby.
Why are those popular?
What, fucking babies?
I know what another context.
The thing is, he was the love triangle.
it fixed the love triangle issue.
You can't have the werewolf and the vampire and the girl all be in love with each other. So
I mean, I guess you
instead,
could. They are Mormons, to be fair.
The vampire and the girl are in love with each other, and the werewolf was just in love with her uterus because he knew it would one day house his soulmate, the baby, that he's gonna magically stop aging so he can fuck it.
It's deep.
At least he's waiting, to be fair. At least he's not just fucking the baby.
Don't.
I'm gonna wait for that to age up. Yeah.
No, I didn't write this. Stephanie Meyer wrote this one-handed while masturbating furiously. Guaranteed.
Did not need that image.
Yeah. So that's how exciting this movie was. As we immediately switched to Twilight.
This movie, like
Twilight was better, for the record. Somehow.
This movie had a better love story.
I'm team the guy with the truck that almost hit her. The thing, the cast, not counting Adam Sandler and the dude, what's his face, Mr. Copier, fucking Rob Schneider.
Oh yeah.
He was shockingly not terrible.
He was like probably one of the stronger characters the movie had.
Like, he shows up as a half Mexican with his accent and his friendly burro friend, and I'm like, this is gonna be the worst thing ever. And then
the whole room groaned when he showed up
okay.
on screen.
Like, yeah, and he was like, all right, he's okay. Like, he didn't
over racist it.
No, he didn't. Like, apart from the fact that they had a white guy playing a Mexican who had a burro friend. Like, that was
over.
Like, the first 5 seconds, they're like, here's a white dude playing a Mexican with a burro friend. That was where the racism ended.
At least with that
You know,
character.
and truth be told, given what I had heard about the Mexican tribal thing and them all walking off, I expected it to be a lot more racist than it was.
Yeah. I mean, the issues were, and they were just small pointless things. And this ties into what I was going to say. My biggest issue with the movie was like,
not racist enough?
no, well, kind of, yes. Actually, kind of, yeah. Because it either needed 100 fewer jokes or 1,000,000 more jokes. Because if you cut out 100 jokes and recast Adam Sandler, you have a decent drama.
Yeah.
And the first joke that we genuinely laughed at, to be fair, was 30 minutes in, about a quarter of the way into the movie, and that was the burro shitting all over everything.
Well, I think that was just took it so fucking out of the blue.
Yeah.
Like, there's no context. Like, people are just talking, and all of a sudden a fire hose of feces flies out of a burrow.
And it was like you were saying, it was like a fairly serious moment, and then just hydrant opens.
We literally did a double take of that moment. We just stood in disbelief.
And we just kind of
like,
looked at each other and then started laughing. Like, it wasn't even a funny moment. It was just a, what the fuck just happened?
It was contextless, but it was one of the few legitimate laughs, and there were a few jokes. Most of it just fell flat. But the thing is, like, that's what most of the stunt sound to this movie was, because we couldn't decide what we were supposed to do, because they'd have a scene with Adam Sandler and the chief of the tribe, and they'd be talking, and it would sound like dialogue out of Dances with Wolves, and they'd be talking about, you know, the white man and this and our tribe and honor, and then a woman with nipples poking out would walk past, and her Indian name would be Never Wears a Bra. And then that's hit for her character.
Oh, that's who that was.
Yeah,
I saw that in the credits, and I couldn't figure out who that was.
She only exists so that you can say her funny Injun name. Ha 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 ha! Isn't the Injun's funny? And then she's
like
gone.
Smoking Fox. That was
And, like,
that was very clever. We got that.
They're pointless and like, if you drop, like, so you're not a comedy if 99% of your movie isn't funny. And it's not just because it wasn't funny, it's because they weren't trying to be funny for...
Yeah.
75% of the movie wasn't even trying to be funny.
Well, Adam Sandler's character never cracks a joke. Like,
Never.
Like, yeah.
Not even like a Zeppo straight man. Like, his character is straight.
Yeah.
No, he was the most serious part of this movie.
Like...
It was bizarre.
Yeah. Like...
And it just felt so out of place, because we were watching it for a good half an hour going, what's happening? Where are the jokes? Yeah. Is this going to be a comedy? Is this it? What happens?
And we interrupted in the middle of the movie going, well, what is this? Is this a drama? Is this a comedy? Is this we're existing and watching this thing on the screen for no reason?
And you can have, like Airplane. Airplane, if you... the thing about Airplane that a lot of people might not know... Were we not recording any of that?
Not recording any of that.
Fuck you, movie twice!
God damn it.
Holy shit.
We really hate Andy.
Can we just like lip sync some stuff and use the audio and superimpose the audio over and call it good?
I can.
That would
Can we
still
clip reel this?
Actually, what I'll do is
That would still be better than the
like
movie.
a still frame for most of it until there.
Okay.
I'll do that because that was actually a lot of good talking, and oh my fucking god! I clicked.
You fucked us,
we
Andy.
could phone this in like Godzilla movie style and really badly lip sync it. And like,
That's
No,
not.
that's
Yeah,
not a still
yeah.
frame. Just everyone just make a really bad like.
No, you can just loop us open our mouths.
yeah.
You schmuck. Oh my god.
Actually, I'll loop the Gary Busey.
Jesus Christ.
Or you could loop the burrow shitting.
Oh my god. Where the fuck was I? No, so that's the thing is like Airplane. You guys might not know this. Airplane's a remake.
Really?
It's a remake of a 100% serious drama film. That exact plot line with those same characters is in the original film. And it's a remake, and then they just added jokes. And that's why if you take the jokes out of Airplane, it actually has a cohesive plot. And the plot elements that happen are actually dramatic moments. Like, you know, the airplane's going to crash, and then the poison, and this, and they have to talk her down. They're actual literally successful dramatic moments. And it almost seemed like they were trying to do that. Like they made a film straight without jokes and then just shoehorned in humor because they were trying to make it a legitimate film instead of just, you know, like one of the epic movies or scary
instead of
movies.
Casual Racism 101. What?
Well, yeah, kind of.
Okay.
And then so they just shoehorned in random. Because think about, I don't know, we haven't done it for the Pain Train, but have you watched anything that's insert word here, movie, epic movie, date movie, scary movie?
Yeah.
There is no plot to those things. They're
No.
just gags shoehorned, or not shoehorned, tied together. You can just gag after gag after gag with no semblance of coherent plot. And I think this movie tried to have a plot first.
Oh, it did have a plot.
Yeah. And I think they overdid it because, like I said, at least 75% of this movie doesn't even try to be funny. And so then the 25% that does try to be funny, when 20% of that fails, you're left with 5% joke, which isn't enough. And even if all 25% worked, it's just not enough to qualify as a comedy. And so it's just a weird rhythm. Like you're just drama, 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 nipples and racist name, drama, 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 donkey feces. And it's just weird.
Don't forget the baseball.
Yeah.
The baseball and the random
drama,
Chinese
drama,
people.
and then 10 pointless minutes of John Turturro inventing baseball.
That had nothing to do with anything else in the plot. None of that came back. None of the Chinese people
They
came
needed
back for the last
information from
stand.
John
Nothing.
Turturro. Yeah,
Nothing.
and that was done.
Yeah.
Yeah, why?
Because they felt like casting.
Why
them.
couldn't that exact information have been gotten? Like, they got information that led them to that place that led them to the next place. It's like those pointless flash games where you have to find your way out of a locked room and you find a key that unlocks a drawer that has another key in it.
You know, maybe they were setting up for another movie. Is the
Oh,
thing.
please, God, no.
The Admiral Doubleday spin-off film.
Well, if you think about it, the invention of baseball could have, especially if you added in the stuff that they added, could be its own movie if they extended it out for 2 hours.
Yeah.
I mean, they made this into a movie.
I mean, it could have been. I mean, that's kind of the point of like basketball, except basketball was actually written as a comedy.
Yeah. And had jokes.
Yeah.
Like, the Admiral Doubleday sequence was 9 minutes of one joke. And that joke was, a random thing happens, hey, that's a rule in baseball now. Repeat for 9 minutes. Mm-hmm. And then proceed with the movie.
And with all the rules in baseball, you could have done that for an hour and a half, no problem.
Yeah, I'm sure they would
probably
have liked
could've.
to.
Yeah.
I'm shocked they kept it to 9 minutes.
The sequel. I'm calling it now. The sequel.
But I guess it was worth it, because you remember the payoff of that scene? Nope, there wasn't one. Fuck you.
Yeah. It so many parts of this movie just dragged forever.
Yeah.
Like there's that campfire scene where they sing along. Like I could just tell it was Adam Sandler going like, we need to have a song in here because it's an Adam Sandler movie, and that's what I do.
Well, and the thing is, each of those sequences, anytime there was a sequence, you could see what the payoff was going to be. Either there wasn't going to be payoff or the payoff was obvious. Like that one, the obvious payoff was going to be the guy who talks in gibberish would sing his verse, and it would be gibberish. And sure enough, that was the payoff.
Well, yeah.
I guess the point is, there weren't any real surprises in the movie. No. Like we called like the pivotal plot point the second they made the statement.
Yeah, like an hour before it actually happened, of course.
Yeah, fucking hour and a half. This movie was 2 hours long.
Yeah.
That's 2 hours of our life we're
like
never getting back.
Yeah. Christ. Yeah, like, and not only, like, they'd show something, like, they'd be like, hey, I have a really strong neck. And then an hour later, they'd pay off the guy having a strong neck as a plot point, and then 30 seconds later, the guy would go, see, I told you I had a strong neck. And then the guy was like, hey, I can hold my breath for 6 minutes. And an hour later, he holds his breath for 6 minutes, and then he immediately says, see, remember I told you I could hold my... It's like, yes, we fucking remember. You told us you could hold your breath.
And
Shut up.
And in fact, we called something like this was going to happen when you said it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, I sure loved your mom. She's the one good thing that ever happened to me. Hey, he's hiding where he got his one score. Oh, it's going to be his mom. And then sure enough, the big score was my mom. We fucking know that movie. You're not smart enough to need to explain these things to us again.
I kind of wonder if this movie was designed to be a drinking game, and then so that you were by the time that it actually happened, you were so drunk you had forgotten.
Drink every time you wish you were dead.
Yeah, yeah.
I wouldn't have survived to the burrow.
Christ. Oh, and hey, maybe, and Andy pointed this one out as well, and I was thinking it, and Andy's the one who mentioned it. If you're gonna have a gang of people who all scooped out one of their eyes. Okay, and that's their gimmick. And then they inaugurate, when you let somebody in your club. You initiate a new member. And then the payoff for the joke is going to be that none of the rest of them actually scooped out their eyes. Maybe when he's scooping out his eye, don't have them be horrified and puking and amazed at the concept of somebody scooping out their eye. Because then you're immediately, all of us are like, well, obviously none of them scooped out their fucking eyes. Because they'd be worth it. They'd be used to it.
Yeah, same old.
Yeah.
I couldn't help but chuckle because whenever they waved that jar of eyeballs around, you could just tell it was a bunch of ping pong balls and like apple juice.
Yeah.
Well, hey, but didn't even try the prop.
At least that was a plot point and not a bad prop.
I guess that's the point.
In fairness, the rest of their props were actually fairly good. So,
the budget was insanely good.
Yeah.
When
you pay Adam Sandler $20,000 just to show up, I mean,
$20 million.
$20 million rather, it's $20,000. It sounded like a lot of money. Whatever.
Yeah. No, but yeah, you're right. Like none of the props really felt fake except for the gold ingot, you know. And
that was a terrible prop. Although it was mostly terrible because, as with most films, the people lifting the gold don't show that it's fucking heavy because gold is heavy. But on the flip side, Terry Crews was the one lifting it, so maybe he was showing that it was heavy.
Up until they were trying to drag it up by a rope, and then
that was Taylor Lautner.
Well, it got stuck. That wasn't because it was heavy, though.
Yeah.
No, that's because it was big.
Yeah. Because, you know, what was that? We described that as like two bowling balls stuck together sized gold ingot.
I wonder if that's how they made the prop.
That would assume they invested real money. I think that was paper mache and gold spray paint.
Definitely paper mache and gold spray paint.
Speaking of giant things, Dick playing piano, yay or nay?
Well, pointless.
Delivered properly, it's fine. Like that's like a classic Naked Gun, style joke.
Yeah.
They just work it better than like saying like I've got a special talent. I can play the piano with my dick. Look, he did it.
Yes.
Like, that was the joke. Like, he did the thing they said he was going to do.
Yup. Like, they could have, like...
There could have been a cleverer way of doing it.
They could have done a better job of setting it up, because they each used their skill once in the film, and they could have, like, belabored the point that his skill wasn't useful and have it keep having it, like, almost come in handy. Like, oh, maybe this time him playing the piano with his dick will be useful. But
I was expecting like a spot where they get stuck in a shootout where he couldn't stop playing or something like that. So he, just pulls out guns, starts killing people. The piano keeps playing.
Right?
No, just
they even set that up in a scene where they have a gunslinger that they have to fight, and he's playing the piano.
Mm-hmm.
But then he goes off to bone the random wife chick, and it doesn't come out. And
no.
Yeah, that was another like odd little moment. Like they made a point to separate both the bodyguards out of that room, and like they found a reason to get I'm forgetting his name, Herm, to get Herm out of the room with a thin pretense for murder, and to demonstrate his talent for strangling.
That is true. It is his talent.
Whereas the other one's just like, bored housewife wants to bone the dude. All right, we're done. That's quality writing.
Were you double checking that you hit record to turn it on and not off this time? Okay. It's currently recording? Yes. Quality control.
I have a plan for the beginning part of this.
Oh, good.
Amazing.
I trust your amazing plan.
I'm going to need your guys' help.
It's not going to be an endless loop of the burrow shitting, is it?
No.
Okay.
No.
So, yeah. Let's see. Moments that genuinely entertained me. Burrow randomly spraying a fire hose of feces out of his ass with no context or warning whatsoever. I laughed at Headless Guy shooting around, but that it was more in disbelief. And then I liked Vanilla Ice.
I kind of like them. I kind of like them putting the head back on the headless dead guy.
Yeah,
just for no reason. That never comes back either. It's just they just did it because why not?
And that's the thing. Didn't come back to life.
Okay, because
I was half expecting it. I was really like they're like, are you gonna get up and be like zombie headless guy or what?
It's like when it was willing to go full insane over the top like that, it managed to be entertaining. Like, that's the thing. It just wasn't the jokes.
Well, like, there are lots of opportunities. Like, whenever Adam Sandler uses the weird Indian magic to solve a plot point, they don't even make any jokes about it. He just does something so it's just racist.
Yeah. It's like, hey, Adam Sandler can make Indian noises, and then mannequins come to life and scare Harvey Keitel.
Yeah.
Hey, he can make Indian noises and understand people in foreign languages. Hey, he can make Indian noises and turn into a tumbleweed. Like, why? Like, none of that meant anything or did anything or was anything except inexplicable and dumb.
Yeah, like, no jokes attached with almost any of those moments.
No jokes attached to any of them. I don't think there's a joke anytime he uses an engine magic.
Kind of with what Herm is saying, like, because he says it in that weird, like...
Oh, yeah. Herm's inner voice is Robin Leach.
Oh, right. Thank you. Yeah.
I guess
so that's the joke?
I guess the tumbleweed was kind of a joke, since he stops being a tumbleweed and continues to roll in somersaults.
But there wasn't a joke where... Yeah, okay, the payoff was someone else trying to do the engine magic, I guess. Was that the payoff of the entire fucking thing? Like, they had him do racist, inexplicable engine magic 8 times just so one time someone else would try it?
Probably.
Fuck.
And his tumbleweed was actually pretty funny.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like, so much of the movie seems like when they had a joke, it was somebody going, hey, wouldn't it be funny if? And the answer invariably was no, but they did it anyway.
I kind of wonder if that's how they planned it.
I don't know. 'Cause, like, they had such an all-star cast of, like, comedians who have done genuinely funny stuff in the past. Like, I'm a big fan of John Lovitz. I like his stuff. And he didn't do anything fun here.
Well, the issue is written by Adam Sandler, is really what it is. If you had that exact same budget, that same cast, those same locations and sets, and the same plot line, and the same even scene sequences, and 90% of the dialogue, and you replace the 10% with something written by somebody who doesn't blow chode, like...
Yeah, I can kind of see it. Like, the whole thing's set almost like a set piece where every person has, like, their written scene to go along with their character and it just flows from that.
Yeah. Like, the sequence of event, like, if I wrote down a summary at just one sentence per scene, what happens in this scene, and went through it, the movie had the frameworks to be okay. It had the frameworks to be good. Like, if the actual dialogue and jokes were written by, like, the people who do Brooklyn Nine-Nine, or the people who do insert something that doesn't suck here, it could have been good. It really was just the shitty jokes and dialogue.
Or actually written by the cast. Or any of the other actors would have handled the writing credits.
I bet Vanilla Ice could have written it better.
Probably.
That's saying something.
Do you see Cool as Ice?
What?
His movie?
No, I haven't.
What was the Andrew Dice Clay movie? Ford Fairlane? Was that him?
The Adventures of Ford Fairlane.
We should do a double feature of Cool as Ice and the Adventures of Ford Fairlane and see which is worse.
The Adventures of Ford Fairlane is by far a superior film.
I don't know. I'm not willing to take that blind. I need to double check that.
Drop the hero or drop the zero and get with the hero.
Isn't that in Cool as Ice?
That's the tagline for that movie.
You just argued that Cool as Ice is better because it has the tagline "Ditch the zero and get with the hero." That is like a cultural touchstone. Like, that's up there with here's looking at you, kid, and we'll always have Paris, and there's no place like home. Ditch the zero and get with the hero. Like, that is a cultural stone that 1,000 years from now
having
will be
not seen the
remembered.
movie, he does have a really good point with that. It's like that's one of those lines.
I don't know if I would.
What do you remember from Ford Fairlane? Dice Clay, women are dumb. For an hour and a half?
Yeah.
Okay.
Seems like a brilliant and sophisticated movie.
I'm so happy talking about things that aren't this movie.
The last Vanilla Ice like acting moment I had outside from that Mark Twain instance is like Ninja Turtles 2 with the Ninja Turtle rap.
Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, yeah. Secrets of the Ooze.
That was the good. That's probably the best of the 3. Well,
the first one is fucking amazing. Come on.
I'm more fond of the second.
It is definitely.
And you're throwing up in your mouth like, oh god, Ninja Turtles.
Turtles in Time is ridiculous 6 level bad.
Yes. Yes,
Turtles
it is.
2 I defend, but it is not better than the first one. Yeah. Come on.
I'm not going to give you that one. Nope.
When Casey Jones accidentally turns on the garbage truck, good times.
Oh, which turd is the
Casual
biggest?
murder.
What?
Which turd is the biggest?
Fuck you.
That's what you're asking. right
Turtles
now.
1 and 2 are
Which
actually
turd is
enjoyable
the
movies to
biggest?
watch.
Yes. Oh my God! Come on, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1. The problem with 2 is that they lightened it up. 1 was pretty dark. In 2,
Yeah.
they weren't even allowed to use their weapons. That's why they used like yo-yos and salami and stuff like that because the parents protested that kids were using knives. In the first
I
one,
think it's the parents' fault.
yeah.
Those things have explicit warnings, not for use with children.
Do you know in England, Michelangelo doesn't use nunchucks?
What is
He has a grappling hook.
I actually think it's cooler than the nunchucks.
Yeah. Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles.
Yes.
Okay, not ninjas. They're Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles. But the thing is, nunchucks are illegal in England.
Oh.
And so
What if I happen to have just 2 chunks of wood that I've attached somehow?
that's part of the reason that they're illegal is they're too easy to make.
That-
So, yeah.
Why aren't rocks illegal? I can find a lot of those.
I didn't invent the law. I'm just telling you, in England, it's illegal to have nunchucks.
That's how Braveheart, they used rocks.
Yeah. And rubber axes.
So I think the moral of the story is go watch Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, that's my moral of this story.
Don't
1
watch
and
any
2.
of these things. Is the moral of the
You
story.
are so wrong.
You are so wrong.
Why don't you like Turtles 1? Have you even seen it? You probably haven't even seen it.
I have seen it.
Liar.
It was god awful.
I do remember why I don't like Turtles 1 as much as I like Turtles 2. Because when I was a kid, the becoming the mutant sequence was really scary to me for some reason. Like the little like human-esque moving funny turtles and rat were really freaky to me. Like, you remember that sequence? Because like if you go back and watch it, it's like, oh god.
So Uncanny Valley marionettes are what you're docking that film for?
Yes, that is exactly what I'm docking that film for.
All right. I'll let you do that. That's, we've all heard my Poltergeist 2 story, so.
So recommended.
Get me in.
What?
You are going to die.
Movie that we just watched. Recommended.
I recommend it as an exercise for film students because it is fascinating how many elements were right and yet how 0% of the movie is good.
Actually, yeah, that's very accurate.
That's a good description. I think.
Yeah, because like we're not finding too many like technical faults with like the camera work or
no, I don't.
Or the props. It was just all terrible writing and a bad plot or a bad assembly.
Mm-hmm.
The biggest actual technical thing that was a flaw was in like the first 5 minutes of the film because he uses like super engine ninja speed twice and it looks terrible.
Why does that never come up again?
Because it was terrible and there's a loving God. But apart from those like 45 seconds, the movie is technically well shot. Again, the props and the settings are well done. The costumes are pretty good. Obviously inaccuracies of the Indians because Apaches don't wear that and this, that, the other. But that's always wrong because Americans can't give a shit to get anything accurate about
and
Native
pine
Americans.
I was actually kind
Pine
of offended
trees,
at the.
too.
I was really offended at the actual like broken English they forced them to speak too. That actually really bothered me.
Well, because that's the thing is either I think we've reached a point with cinema depicting Native Americans and anybody that speaks a foreign language that you either need to have them speaking the language and just subtitle it, or just fucking have them talk.
Yeah, I would have been much more comfortable with either of those.
If they don't need to say firewater. They don't say, I am going to close my eyes and go to where dreams are. Just say you're fucking sleeping.
I have dream of you, you naughty, very naughty.
Yeah, like the broken English doesn't need to exist.
No.
Either go full on Inglorious Bastards and just have everybody speak their language, or just have them talk and be like, yeah, they're speaking Apache, but we're not going to make you listen to Apache, so just deal with it. And I can deal with it.
And you can still convey the same thing with a different word choice.
Sure.
Like you can have them not speak like they have issues with the language.
Yeah, I mean they can talk about the Sky Father, and they can say
Yeah.
cousin and brother when talking to animals and stuff like that to show their spirituality, but they don't have to talk about me heap big tum tum hungry now. Like you don't. What?
I'm almost certain that's a quote from the movie. Almost. Yeah. So I don't know. Aside from the film study thing, it's not worth the time put into it. It's just very long. It took us 30 minutes to figure out what the hell was going on. Like, if we were not watching out of obligation, I don't think we would have gotten to the sequence that started to keep us watching.
Because it's not even entertainingly bad. It's just ponderous.
Yeah.
It's just ponderous.
Because like some of the other like bad stuff we've watched, like Dracula Untold, at least that was so like weirdly cliched and like, why are you doing this other than just to look badass? Oh, fine, it's the movie. Do that thing.
Yeah, and at least had enough like actively bad things. Again, this just like it kept almost being okay, and that's not good enough to be good, and it's not bad enough to be good. It's just
it was on that sweet spot in the continuum where it was bad, but it wasn't so bad it's good. Is the thing. It's just not.
Yeah.
The soundtrack was okay. It'd be okay background noise if you wanted to turn it on and do something else, like not watching it.
What I just said about not being good enough to be bad or bad enough to be whatever, and what you just said, I think is entirely my review of Spectre also. So this is a twofer. This is a twofer. That's exactly how I felt about Spectre.
I have not watched it, but now I know.
Just bored and confused about why nothing was happening. It was too bland to be entertainingly bad and too bland to be good. So, if you want to do this again, but with a spy movie instead of a Western, just go watch Spectre. It's really meh.
You screwed that up by saying if you want to do this again, because holy shit, no. It is not worth it.
No.
This might be the last pain train for like 6 months.
I can revel in bad film.
That's the thing is, we can watch a bad movie. We can laugh at 300.
Well, like with how terrible like Noah was, we had some fun with that.
Noah was actually amazing compared to
I
this
loved Noah.
Yeah, I mean, would you say it's a good movie?
No, it was fucking terrible, but
Right.
I loved it.
Yeah.
Like, I Frankenstein, and then, fun. Terrible fun. This is just...
Aggressively mediocre.
Aggressively. And, like, the Admiral Doubleday baseball thing just shows it. Like, that's what it is. It literally was just a 9-minute scene that had no purpose. None of the jokes worked, and then it just ended. And that's what this movie was just 2 hours of nothing working, none of the jokes landing, and then it ended.
Not even. There was that like fake out end. Like okay, it's over. Nope.
Oh, we all had so many sighs of relief
on.
then. It might be over.
You were not fake. You were faked out by that shit.
Crushed was probably a better word.
Yeah, you were optimistic that you were wrong in what you knew was going to happen. You were like, maybe the movie will end now, but you knew it wasn't going to.
We had hope at least, Nathan.
No. Hope. Come on, man. That's the kind of stupidity that buys a Powerball ticket. You know you're not winning.
We were all looking around, though, much like with the Powerball. Going, is it over now?
No.
Can we have our lives back? No, of course not.
Yeah. So no, we can't have our lives back. Go away.